Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that leads into one of the chat questions from Joe. He's Garofalo, I think.
Pronounce that last
Garofalo.
name. Pronounce that last name since y'all are making fun of my
I
vid IQ.
did. Garofalo.
Joe Garofalo.
Hey, Garofalo sounds cool too.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Do you all use the same video editor, or do each of you have your own favorite?
Who's going first?
I'll go.
I'll go. Okay,
Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
So I
all
got Filmora. When I first started, I got on YouTube and I was like, "What's the easiest editor?" I search barred it, and it was Filmora. So it's called Wondershare Filmora, and I think it is the easiest. It was cheap, and when I got it, it was a one-time fee, and they have a perpetual plan too, but I'm on the one that goes. I only have to pay for it once, and I don't know if they do that or not. But anyway, and I have it on my phone also, and that is a yearly subscription thing, and it's not that much, $25, $35, something like that. So when I know I'm going to do something for Instagram, I do it in that format on my phone, and I'll have my daughter in here when I'm turning something. I'll be turning with my phone. I'll be doing that with my phone for the YouTube video, and then she'll be on her phone. She has iPhone also, and she'll just do it in the other format, and then she'll just drop it to me. She'll airdrop it to me, and then I edit that right on my phone. The one that I'm going to go on Instagram. So I'll have it on my phone. So I'm not making the video on Instagram or YouTube. I'm making it on my phone, and then I can upload it everywhere I want to go. And then the Filmora on the computer is how I do that. And it's super easy. I like the simple things, and there's video editors out there. I'm sure these guys are about to talk about them, but I like the simple ones, and they'll even do more than what you think that you're ever going to do. But those are the ones that I use, and I've used them from the start. So I'm probably a little biased because I tried some other things. There was even a free one on my computer at the time, and I started doing. I didn't even know how to get the video to the editor. It was complicated. So Filmora is what I use. There you go.
So I did what Jake did. I Googled, and instead of the easiest, I typed in the best. And it was like the most features.
Yeah.
And that's the one I bought. It was like $379 for a year. And
Sucker!
Yeah, it was
Did
Adobe.
you need instructions?
Oh, I need instructions to turn the thing on.
Yeah.
But it was Adobe. I can't remember the name of it right now, but it's Adobe Premiere. Premiere, yeah. And I loaded it, and it showed all these features and these videos of everything it could do. It could pull a camera right through a window and pull it through the other side, and it was great, awesome. I couldn't figure out how to use it. And actually, when I went and visited Jake, he said, "Well, this is what this is," and I went, "Wow, that's a lot easier than what I was been trying to do." And I downloaded it, and it's super, super easy. Now I'm not the greatest at it, but that's what I use now is Filmora. It's an easy editor. It's easy to pull things into, and it's just easy.
If you want to cut the film, there's a pair of scissors, and you hit them.
Yeah, you just click.
And if you want to throw it in the trash, there's a trash can. You highlight it, throw it in the trash. It's easy.
Yeah,
super simple.
I'm exactly the same. I use Wondershare Filmora on my laptop. Super simple, like Matt and Jacob just said. When it comes to my phone, I use an app called CapCut or an app called InShot, both as well. Super simple. When it comes to pictures, I use one called Juxtaposer. That is a paid one, but you see what sort of shenanigans I get up to with that one.
It's worth
my chair's just gone.
It's worth every penny.
You can write that timestamp down. My chair just went, and I nearly fell on my rear end.
Oh, that'd have been fun.
But yeah, Juxtaposer is the other one for pictures and all that good stuff. So
Juxtaposer.
Yeah, Juxtaposer.
You could spell that one correct.
Mhm. Just like with IQ.
So, so on the computer, when I'm doing the long form videos, I also have Filmora. Um, when I'm doing my shorts, I cheat and I develop my reel in Instagram first, but
Cheater.
I cheat. I
Hey.
call it being efficient. Let's say that. So I I create it in Instagram and I download it without the music, without the Instagram uh, logo on it and everything. So then I have it in my camera roll as just the regular video. Then I go ahead and add the music on Instagram using all their stuff and post it. But then I still have the original video that I can load to YouTube or TikTok or whatever else. So I can use the same video and upload it to all three platforms. But for the long form videos, I use Filmora.
There you go.
Yeah,
Efficiency.
I use a platform called Power Director 360.
Mhm.
I'm the oddball
Ooh.
out of the group. Yeah, I'm
Fancy.
different. Yeah, I'm different. I'm different. That's what I started with. They have tried to pull me over to the Filmora side, but I will
He's,
not do
hey,
it.
he told me I'm dedicated. I've been
Yeah,
doing this.
yeah. I mean, because when you get into these softwares and you start developing like your own intros and stuff and all that saved, and to go start all over again, you're gonna lose
Mhm.
all that. And if any of y'all decide to do this and y'all get into them, I'm pretty sure most of these platforms are all the same, but you can develop certain clips that go into your video that are saved there so you can reuse them on other videos. And that's why I did not want to make the change. I was having a lot of problems. And here's another thing that we're going to go into. I was having a lot of problems with the computer because it kept freezing up on me. I thought it was a software. So I had a different version of Power Director. And I was like, this software, that's when I was like in that transition phase. Should I change to Filmora or not? But come to find out, Jake was having a lot of issues with computers at the time with his live show. And we
Mhm.
quickly figured out that the computer that I was using when I would try to render videos in the software, the computer was actually locking up. So that's a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down, is talking
And
about computers. You got to have a computer that's efficient enough when you start doing these kind of things, because you will quickly see that you will have problems and when you're editing, so I use Power Director. It's a paid version, a yearly subscription. I think it's like $120 a year to have it, but I've been using it, and that's
Well,
what I use.
and when you get to where you can't figure something out, just like Filmora, they actually have a YouTube channel. So
Yeah.
you can go,
Mhm.
you can get on
Yeah.
YouTube and search it. Hey, how do I do a green screen? How do I do this? How do I do that? And then you can there's people like us that do reviews and do how to's, and it's not just the Filmora YouTube channel. It's a bunch of people that'll tell you how to do it. And a lot of times you'll find somebody that's good at teaching it, and you can subscribe to them and then go back through their catalog, and you pretty much learn how to do it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I did with
Yeah.
mine. I mean, they've got different uh what's the word I'm looking for? Influencers out there that
Mhm.
put their own uh
Mhm.
content out
Excuse me.
about
Sorry.
the platform. So
Bless you.
there's one guy that I really follow that he does a lot of lessons for Power Director. So if I have a question, how do you do this certain thing? I go into his channel and you can search it, and he's already done something about that. I mean, it's just, they are so powerful
Mhm.
that we probably have not even done probably half of what they're capable of doing.
A lot of those programs,
Yeah.
probably like Joey's, is for people that they're editing for people all day. It's like somebody like me that does, if I don't have time to edit, I could send it to somebody. That's probably what they're using as a professional editing thing, and they're on it all day, and they know all the shortcuts, and they know all the tricks, and they know how to do it. But that's not for the weekend warrior, pretty much. Sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's they're cool. That's one thing that you don't I guess you don't have to have it. We've seen people that just put stuff straight off their phone. They don't do any editing and their channel blows up. Right? They don't do intros, they don't do any of that stuff, just straight raw footage, and it works, right? But you know, there's a lot of ands and and just that need to be cut out of your video. Yeah. So those are good things to have that you'll eventually probably need to have anyways.
Well, and for example, you're never going to get everything exactly right. Like Joey teased at the beginning of the show, he remembered to introduce himself. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
None of the rest of us did this time.
Yeah.
So if we wanted to, we could use the editor. We could go back and we could add a clip in with each of us introducing ourselves. I don't think it's necessary, but that's, you know, that's the wonders of editing. You can do whatever you need to do.